Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness here, and I got a private message on my Facebook from one of my subscribers asking a question, and I feel like it would make a really good video for you guys today. Also, I know a lot of you send me messages, and I just got to let my subscribers know I'm at a point right now to where I get so many messages at this point that I probably only answer about 1 in 5 of those messages. And it takes me about 2 hours a day to do that. So realistically, it's just not feasible for me to do anymore. So I'm letting you guys know I limit myself to about 2 hours. So if I don't get to your messages, it's not anything personal. I just get too many at this point. But hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot first. Alright, the question I got asked, and I think this person is on my novice program because they mentioned weight resets, and he had said that his weight has stalled 3 times on his bench press after 3 resets, and that he's starting to get a lot of connective tissue pain, that his elbows are hurt, one of his elbows is hurting, one of his knees is hurting, one of his ankles is hurting. And this goes back to something I've discussed a lot. Guys, if you search through my videos, and you'll notice on my main YouTube page, just like on every other channel, there is actually a search engine on that channel. So if you type in the word deload or deloads into the main search engine, every video I have with that in the title or the description will appear in the search engine. So I've got multiple videos on the topic of deloads. But this is an example of someone who needs to go ahead and take a deload, even if they don't have any scheduled. And a lot of people do intuitive deloading or auto-regulated deloading, and they don't necessarily schedule it, whereas if you do something like Windler, you do it every 4 weeks, period, on 5-3-1. But a lot of people do them intuitively, which is perfectly fine if you're able to watch for the signs. But those signs are things like joint pain. Anytime you start experiencing any sort of chronic joint pain, particularly in more than one joint, or connective tissue pain, that's a sign of inflammation in your connective tissue or joints. And what you're going to find is that that's going to actually cause strength stalls, because our bodies are an amazing machine. And one of the things that we have is that our peripheral nervous system, when it senses that the load or the force that you're trying to get it to exert might injure connective tissue or rip a tendon or damage a tendon, it has some mechanisms in there that will reduce the amount of force and the amount of muscle fibers that it's willing to recruit. And this is to help prevent injuries. And so if you have inflamed connective tissue or joints, your body is going to, through the nervous system, reduce your strength just a little bit, which means you're going to start stalling on lifts, or you might regress a little bit. And this is a sign that you need a deload. And what you're going to find, if you go ahead and take a full 1-week deload, the way I've covered in multiple videos, you're going to find that your connective tissue and your joints are going to heal. They're going to regenerate. They're going to get bigger and stronger. They're going to hypertrophy during your deload period. And a lot of that inflammation is going to go down. And what's going to happen is that your body is going to stop putting those limits on the amount of motor units and muscle fibers it's willing to fire at one time. And what oftentimes that you will find is that once the connective tissue heals and regenerates and recovers, when you come back the next week or 2 weeks later, you're oftentimes going to find that your strength goes up. You're going to start making progress again. So by doing the deload, this person would be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. They're helping with the joint pain and the potential overuse injuries, and they're giving their body what it needs in order to properly recover to start developing strength and make progress again. So in a situation like that, that is an absolute sign that you need to take a deload, and it's the best thing you can possibly do for everything for injury prevention and recovery to actually speeding up your gains. But that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.